Hey guys, so my experience with Finger on the App 2, first time actually just doing something like this, and it was kind of crazy. I decided to do a live stream at the last minute, and so the whole thing was I was like, yeah, I wasn't even gonna play because I thought I didn't have enough time, and then I was, you know what, at like the last hour or so, I was like, well, let's get it set up. So I tried to set up a OBS stream on my PC, but that didn't work. And so I went to my AZ screen recorder and got that all set up. And just with literally like seconds left, I got it working. And so it was off to the races. So I used my index finger. My screen was really a lot of friction on it for some reason. I'm not sure why. I had just cleaned it and everything, had it all ready. And I think maybe because of the screen, I have a screen protector on there. So next time, if I do play again, if Mr. Beast does this one again, I will use, I'll take the screen protector off because I think that was creating some kind of friction. And another thing I learned was the finger, it's probably not a good choice to use the index finger. I did go 7.5 hours. It was, my finger was getting numb. I had to switch over. We did wind up put some coconut oil, butter, whatever, spray on the screen. It oiled it up nice, so there was a lot of movement. It was easier. Unfortunately, I was like talking, and I accidentally like sprayed a little spittle on the screen, and it made kind of some sticking points there. So. The thumb seems to be what everyone was using. It seemed to work out better. So if I go again, I'll use a thumb. So another thing is, what did I learn? You have to stay focused. So I'll tell you how I got out. My first heart I lost. This is how I lost my hearts. So the first one, I was reading the comments, and just like I was reading a comment, and I just looked away for what seemed like a second. But when I looked back, a heart had expired because one of the little bubbles popped up with a countdown on it and went away. So that was my first heart I lost. Second one, I was like using a charger, but it was plugged in. It was it's like one of those you plug in, and it's got a magnet, so it just attaches. You just got one little part that plugs in, and then a magnet like attaches to the back of your phone or whatever to hold that in place. So with that, it was like I wasn't sure if it was like in all the way. So I had my phone on my lap, and I kind of like lifted it up to check, and that was enough to bump it off and get my finger off. So I was like, man, darn it. So that was that on that one. The third one was, what was it? I believe, okay. So yeah, I was like 6 hours in, right? And we're doing good. And all of a sudden, the little balloons that used to come up with the countdown on them was every from like 4 to 10 seconds for hours, and then after 6 hours it was going from every like 10 minutes or something, right? So that was okay. And then the warning said there's a message at the top. It said pay attention, So I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? And I was this time I was moving my finger all over the screen like almost constantly, right? I didn't know there were bombs, and so the first thing, a bomb came up, right? But it looks pretty much like the other thing if you're just moving around fast. And I just went right to it, and it blew up, and I didn't know. I was like, whoa, what happened? I lost a life, and I was like, I didn't even know what had happened. And then I was moving it around again, and that life went away with that bomb, and then it came back, and then I was moving around again, and I must have just moved it on another bomb or something. I don't know, and that life went away. So I had like 0 lives left. And I was like, man, and then there was like at the top of the screen, it was scrolling, like it said like, watch out for bombs. And I was like, oh no. So that was like about 7 hours and 20 minutes in, right? And I was like, okay, I gotta just, watch out for bombs, just stay focused, and we got this, right? And then yeah, then honestly, I do not know how I lost a second. I had my finger just in one place. I was I wasn't moving around like I was before because I didn't want to land on any bombs. And then literally it just said I died. And I was like, what? And I looked at the replay on the screen, and it was like nothing. There was no bomb appeared or anything. I know I didn't take my finger off. Yeah, so I was just like, oh, this is kind of a bummer. What was cool though is that Mr. Beast like stopped by the channel and said like, you know, good job or keep going or good luck or something like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. And there's some cool dudes that came by and watched the stream and hung out, and there was some trolls that came by and tried to get me to say hey Siri, and I'm on an Android, so that was kind of fun. It was just kind of a cool experience. I wish I would have been able to hang out longer, but you know, you can't win them all, and it's just kind of a difficult one. Definitely is like harder than it looks. You're like, oh, just leave your finger on an app, you know, that's easy, but not easy to do. And looks like somebody lasted 2 days and 3 hours 37 minutes and 16 seconds, so congratulations to whoever got number one there. Definitely a lot of kudos to you. Not an easy thing to do, so thanks for Mr. Beast for putting this out there, and hopefully you do another one and we can get to participate again. Anyways guys, that was pretty much my whole experience there. Yeah, it was not easy. Like my finger was like numb at the end. The tip of my finger was all numb, and then like at the knuckle, it was like kind of red there, and I was like, oh. So yeah, there's just a lot of things you gotta watch out. Like I had to make my finger into a fist, or my hand into a fist, and then like open my fist and stuff every like half hour or so because it was like cramping. But all in all, just kind of a cool experience. I wish I would have been able to go longer, and just a couple stupid mistakes on that. And next time I'll probably go with my thumb on there instead of finger, and just be more careful. I didn't know there was gonna be bombs. I didn't know all that stuff, and I was doing a live stream, and I didn't want to ignore people, you know, and be rude and not look at their comments or whatever. But I see like everyone else was like they were pretty much having people read their comments and reply and all that stuff. So maybe we'll do that next time, if there is next time. So alright guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for those that hung out with me on the live stream. Catch you next time. You guys have a good one.